Hello, I hope you're well. It is I Lost Wolf. Uh, it is Friday. It's starting to be cold in my neck of the woods, so I'm not real bundled up, but I really should be. Anyway, so we're going to be playing some Ultima 4 today, uh, and what we've been trying to do is we've been trying to get the virtues, and we've been trying to sort of do them all online. And that way, what we're going to attempt after we've got all the virtues is we're going to go and get the mystics. And that will be the payoff for having done that. That will be our very big thing that we've completed. Once we completed that, I'm not quite sure where to go next. There's a couple of things that I know that we can do, in the sense that I'm aware that we can talk to people because we got stones, which we haven't done yet. And we might pursue that next. I don't know. That might be the thing that we deal with, and then we'll figure out some big thing to do after that. Because there's still a couple of bits and pieces that we need to complete that I don't really know how to complete. But we'll work on that as we get into it. Like, one of the things that we need to do is we need to recruit and level some of the other characters, which we haven't done yet. And so there's still things for us to do, although we're approaching the end game at this point. So today's whole journey is just going to be about going to the shrine of spirituality once we find it. Um, and I'm going to attempt to do that first because I want to try it properly first by looking at the map that we have, and then seeing if I can figure out where it is. And then if we just can't find it, I'll resort to some of what we have been doing, which is I'll just find an online interactive map, and we'll just use that to figure out where the Shrine of Spirituality is, and then go and do what we've been doing, which is getting the little bits and pieces of information about how to complete the virtues from the shrines. So that's the plan. I am going to do some housekeeping, and then we're going to get going here. So give me a second. Um, Housekeeping. Um, okay, let's close this. Do this. I actually, you know what? I should open up the game first. I should consult ye map. And Ultima 4 note. Actually, map. Let's see, to start, if we can figure out where the Shrine of Spirituality is. Just zoom us in. And we'll just start in the upper left hand corner and work our way to the right and kind of see what we can see. I better do this, sure. So I was mostly under the impression that I'd found all the shrines, but it turns out that I don't have spirituality. Shrines look like this, so we're looking for the symbol everywhere we go. And I was fairly sure that we just had all of them. Because I want to at least give this whole process a fair shake first before I just go to the internet and see kind of what we can see. that's not what I wanted. There we go. That should be kind of a wide enough lens to have a look around. I don't know that it will specifically jump out at me, but I'm also kind of hoping that it will. Because I don't want to specifically battle to just find this one shrine. Okay. This looks pretty good. Oh, not quite there. I love how it's probably not clear on the Twitch stream specifically. I love how because we've been using this orange color, it sort of blends very oddly with the colors surrounding it. So like over here, it looks like a lighter orange than what it is down at this bit that where the mountain is. And it looks a little bit yellow where the forest is. It's very dumb. But I like nonsense like that. So there's sacrifice. And you can sort of see here, there's this line here where the person who made the map kind of stitched it together and it didn't quite work out because we can see the gap where they placed the stitching. I think that I'm not going to see this. It's going to be dead obvious, and I'm still not going to see it. Okay. It also isn't helping matters, I guess, that I'm going kind of fast and just scanning and hoping for the best. So here near Scarborough is sort of where I expect to see something, but I know that there isn't anything there because we checked back when we were doing this sort of scan initially. And again, here there's this island in the middle of the ocean. You would think it would be kind of over here too. Where's the bridge? There. So I can use the bridge to orient myself. That would be good. I kind of wonder if this particular shrine isn't a tricky shrine where like all of the shrines have been on the overworld. And maybe this is the one shrine that isn't actually on the overworld. Pause. Okay, this particular gap here is going to be a little bit difficult to see. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take us from about here, and then we're going to go down, and we're just going to go left to right again, because there's a big gap of ocean on the right-hand side, which makes it a little bit difficult to orient ourselves. It's Buccaneer's Den. There's Magentia. And again, we're just going to go left, and then we're going to go like here and down, because it's again a little bit easier just to navigate this where we can see land masses that make sense. Transact. Okay, and now we can actually navigate from the right. But it worries me that we haven't seen a shrine yet, and we're almost at the bottom of the map. Okay, there's Anna. There's humility, which I'm grateful that we've got done, by the way, because that was so unbelievably out of the way. Nothing here. Jalam, and then Valor, which is the shrine I want to visit today. Yeah, this does worry me. I think we're gonna have to concede on this one, and I'm just going to have to use out-of-game tools to find it. There's Hithlos, and we're at the bottom of the map. So sure, unless like it's something hidden here, which we can't get to anyway. It doesn't feel like. Yeah, okay. I guess at this point we do actually concede that I have to just consult a interactive map for Ultima 4 so that I can find what it is that we're looking for. Does this list all of the shrines, I wonder? Oh, it does. Okay, well, let's see. Maybe I am just oh, let's not go there. Oh, this map is 100% spoiling a couple of other things I didn't want to know about. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know how we didn't see this. Yeah, I don't know how we didn't see this. It wasn't actually... It is a mysterious thing. I'm going to show you where it is. So over here, when we're at Monarch, to the east of Monarch, there's this moon gate over here. And sort of like the moon gate where we found one of the stones here for Moonglow, there was this moon gate over here. We never would have found this. Oh my god. This is the virtue of having the internet at our backs, right? In the same way that we found the stone at Moonglow, there is actually a shrine to spirituality underneath this tile here, which can't see it. So, okay, that is 100% why we missed that. So I'm going to leave this map open. We're going to get into the game. At last, it's been 10 minutes. And we're just going to romp around up to Monarch, because now we know where this is. It's a little bit more hassle to go and get the Shrine to Valor if we know that the Shrine to Spirituality is on the mainland, which is where we are at the moment. So I think we're just going to content ourselves with doing that. So let me get the game up and going. I mean, we did our due diligence, right? We actually spent the time going over the map inch by inch. And the fact that we didn't find anything is sort of on us, but also kind of not. That's not a map that would have shown anything anyway. I think we need to go here. Hello, I see you're trying to catch up with me. Let's not say we did. So, if we go to the east here... Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh, hi. This guy is going to be a problem, and we're going to get caught up by him the second we go here. There we go. I did say. I do want to be up this way here, but I don't want to be in trouble. In other words, I don't really want to step onto the crud. Okay, so Monarch is not here. Uh-oh. Oh boy. Monarch is around this corner. Oh, I nearly walked off the screen and abandoned this friend. I think I need to go further down before I go to the right. Because my recollection is that that's just like a very massive dead end. Give. Okay, and then if we just go to the north here, we should find the Shrine to Spirituality. Because Monarch is around this corner, I think. Maybe I am a little off. Where am I? Oh, I am a little off. Yeah. We should have gone the other way. Whoops. Oh my god. He just stole 100 of our gold. I'm not actually watching my health pool. I am. Come this way. I am watching my money pool. Anyway, so Monarch is up here, and then if we just travel northward. Now, it's not clear that the Shrine to Spirituality is here. There's a specific spot in the moon cycle where we have to wait for the Spirituality Shrine to show up. And I think it's sort of just like the other moon gate issue that we had, where the moon gate was there and we could see it. And at, I think, both new moons, so in other words, when it's dark and dark, we should be able to see the shrine, and we should be able to go into it. So, yeah. Oh, really? I'm a little confused. Maybe it's the other way around. Maybe I'm waiting for both bright moons. I don't think so, though. I think that there's something I'm not aware of here. Oh, you know what it is? I need to be on the square when that happens. Okay, got it. We can't see the shrine, it's just there. I don't know how you would have known to do this. Like, I don't know if there's a clue for this somewhere in the game. It's possible. Right. We've learned, for example, that there was a clue that told us about the Skull of Mundane. I didn't think that there would actually be a clue for that. So maybe there's a clue for this shrine as well. I mean, realistically, I should have checked my notes before we did anything. Oh, no. Okay. What am I missing? Oh my god. Spirituality. Okay. Spirituality. Shrine. Entering the Monarch Moon Gate at double full moons leads to the shrine. Oh, really? Double full moons. So it wasn't a case of I needed to be there. I need to step into it. I don't know how we didn't map that out though. Oh god, get me in there. Oh, it just... Never mind. I didn't know how this worked. We didn't map this one out. I don't know why we didn't. Anyway, so you enter the ancient shrine and sit before the altar. Upon what virtue dost thou meditate? Spirituality? Family cycles, 1. Where's my spreadsheet? See, now I do need the spreadsheet. and spirituality is thy thoughts are pure, thou art not a division. Seek ye to know thyself. Was it? The seer often, for he can see into thy inner being. We've seen verbiage like this before, and I want to say it was from a person and not at a shrine. Anyway, so it's going to kick us out here. That's fine. I should have saved before we went there, because I was fairly sure that that was the spot we needed to be at, and I didn't, and here we are. We have to do that whole long walk again. Sorry. Oh no, we're right here. Okay, sure. Ah, get me off that square. Thoughts are pure, thou art gone to division. Meditation leads to enlightenment. Seek ye all wisdom and knowledge. Oh. Meditation leads to enlightenment. Seek ye all wisdom and knowledge. This is not helpful, actually. So far, this has been drastically unhelpful. It hasn't told me what in-game actions to take to get anywhere. This is one of those rare cases where what we might actually need to do is we might have to consult the internet for, like, how do I get the game state to recognize I'm doing spiritual actions? Because so far, there's just no good clue as to what we need to do to get this to work. Spirituality 3. Thou hast achieved partial avatarhood in the virtues, but I don't know what we did to get this. Thou art gone to division. Oh, that is actually... so we've seen this specific character before in the alphabet, and it is something like a P or something, but we've seen this character. So that makes me definitely think that the other times that we've seen characters, they have literally been from the alphabet, the runic alphabet. So, ending. We saw the Avatar beating back an army of skeletons with the... I guess there's no real character like this in the game. I mean, in real life. Let's call this with a right tree symbol above them. So this is starting to make me think that every time we're seeing this sort of thing, we're almost certainly seeing a bit of the, and again there's the little serpent thing. Okay, sure. Okay, let's get out of here. Let's go and do Valor. We're done with spirituality. We might as well get Valor done. So I now think, almost literally, that every time we're seeing a symbol like that, we're seeing something from the alphabet. And I think it's trying to spell a word. And specifically, I don't know that it's trying to spell the word. But I think it's trying to give us hints at the word that we need when we get to the bottom of the abyss. Okay. Oh. Just pick up the money. The money is going to be useful again for reagents. It will eventually also be useful when we want to go and do buying and selling of stuff for our buddies, when we finally do recruit them. And I think that the next major step is we're going to recruit the companions one at a time. The only problem with that, and I'd like to stave off that decision for as long as humanly possible, the only problem with that is I think that we're going to have our food consumption rate bumped up considerably if we have them with us. And so I'd rather avoid having them tag along for as long as possible. Like, the spot where I think it's worthwhile picking them up is the spot where we're going for the end game. Like, where we're just literally going for broke, going down to the abyss, and oh, we probably lost a little bit of our avatar hood there. Where did we leave the boat though? I thought it was here. I don't know where we left the boat. That worries me a bit. We might have left it. No, we couldn't have left it there. I was gonna say we might have left it at oh no. There is a... Oh, I may have blown up that boat actually. There is a boat right... or there was a boat outside of Jalam. Awkward. The boat might be near Anna, because we may have stopped off there, gone left, and walked to Anna. You know what I think I'm gonna do? I think I'm gonna walk along the continent's edge, and we're just gonna see if we can find the boat. Oh. Hello. How are you all doing? There's so many of you, my god. Oh. Oh, I need to kill this man first. This is why I need to kill this man first. Please don't sleep me forever. This is not how I want to die. Oh my god. Okay, we're now dead. Having one sleep is okay. Having several sleeps in a line like this is very bad. Where we like get up, you can see the sprite is he's standing. And then suddenly he's not. I get this and we're going to sleep. Man. That is so frustrating. Okay. I think it may well be the most frustrating spell in the game. Like, I'm sure that at some point we're going to encounter people who are going to cast kill. And that's going to be very frustrating too. But the constant sleeping all the time is just, ugh. Oh, do not want. Okay, where is this shrine actually? Oh, it's way down, right? That's correct. It is. All the way down this way. Like, I want to say that we didn't get back Lord British's by dying, because we didn't have to. We made multiple boats. And Abyss Island. Oh god, this guy's gonna get away. Gross, buddy. Okay, so this, I think it, yeah. So if the boat is anywhere, it is either above or below the spot. Uh-oh. Oh no. It is not here. Okay. I mean, we can get to and from Jalam. That's not a problem. No, that is a problem. Because if there's no boat at Jalam, then there's no point in being there. Like 100% no point in being there. And I have a feeling that in my arrogance and my hubris, I blew up the boat. Because it's like, we don't need this boat anymore, it's not useful. What am I even doing here? Oh god, I'm so terrified that there's just no boat. There's no boat. I wonder if there's no boat anymore outside of the dungeon shame. I'm just gonna have a look, see at the edge of this side of the continent. Was it shame or wrong? It might be wrong. We may have talked about there. But like again, I don't think so. I think that boat's just long gone. Because I probably mopped up after myself. Because I was like, you know, we don't really need this boat. It's not useful. So I blew it up. Oh god, the tragedy. Because now we have to get a boat. And I'm not looking forward to that because like boats just don't spawn super often. Hello, how are you doing? Don't bridge troll me. Oh my god. Well, at least you're not a bridge troll, you're just an average guy. I'm gonna go... Okay, there's no boat there. I'm just gonna check the outskirts of the whole continent. Because I want to say that we parked a boat, but not here. Like, this is not at all where we would have parked a boat. It doesn't make sense to park a boat here. Boat. Okay, well, that solved the existential problem. Thank you. You're very kind. Now we don't have to look for a boat anymore, we just have one. This is the best. Because like I want to say that sleep is one of this game's worst problems. But I think it's only a problem because it's me alone. Like if it were me and multiple other people, it would just pick random targets for sleep and we'd cast awake and we'd be fine. But because it's just me, there's only one target, right? So once it gets a sleep block, it can just hold that sleep block indefinitely. But if there's multiple of us, then it doesn't have to do that. It's just not a problem. I don't know where... I want to say that if I sail down in line with these islands... Oh yeah, it's if I sail in line with this island, then we get there. But like, so the way the sleep works is because it's just me. If it gets me in an indefinite sleep lock hold, I'm just dead, right? If it's me and multiple other people, it can have a sleep lock hold on someone, but there'll always be other people who are awake. But I'm also not accounting for the number of people that might end up in combat, like, because it adds 2 people for every person in combat. There might be 16 of them, and there might just be 16 beholders, or, you know, like 16 Balrons or whatever they are. And there we go, now we're in trouble. So was there a boat here? Nope, I blew it up. I successfully blew it up. I was like, you know, we don't need this boat. It's fine. And then I blew it up. Because I am smart. Okay. Let's just save on there and enter. This is Valor. Right? Yes. Valor 1. And we begin our meditation. This one is raw. Yeah. Thy thoughts are pure, thou art granted division. Victory scored over evil creatures. Help the bold. Valorous. Soul. So you can see here. So actually, once we've got all of the virtues, I'll talk about what I want to talk about. There's no point in talking about it now. Let's get the next message. To flee from battle with less than grievous wounds often shows a coward. So in this game, it's not clear what a grievous wound is. In some of the other games, like, we'll never play it, but in Wizard's Crown, for example, one of the things that Wizard's Crown does is, so the further back in terms of RPGs you go, the more simulation-y they are. So the more they're into, oh, this is really just a war game with bells and whistles. So what they tend to try and do is they try and simulate everything that could happen to you. Food, thirst, injuries, morale, all those things are just tacked on. And so in Wizard Crown, as you get more and more hurt, the game actually tracks that and tells you sort of where you're at. And as a result, in that specific game, there are 2 healing spells, okay? And the one healing spell is for mending broken bones and for curing serious ailments. And the other one is just restoring hit points. And it's a clear distinction on your character sheet when you've ended up in trouble. But this game, I don't know how it measures grievous wounds because it doesn't tell us, right? There's no indication, oh, you're severely hurt. What does that mean? I'm assuming it's just a fraction of your HP, like at the moment our max is 800, and maybe the fraction is that you're at 200 and now you're at grievous wounds. But it doesn't tell us that, so we don't know when to flee. Okay. Oh, alright, well, there we go, we're done. We're going to be granted a vision. And again, we see the infinity symbol. Okay. We see ending. We see the avatar with the infinity symbol above them at all the. So I think that this is, and you can see there's a lot of detail on this one, right? One is that there's, I think, what amounted to 2 moons, but they're in different phases. There's the symbol that keeps cropping up over and over again in the literature of the game. We've got the anchor over here, we got the infinity symbol, and we've got the avatar over there. So there's a lot going on here, and I think that what's going on in this specific image is we're seeing the avatar at the altar in the Stygian Abyss. And they're about to gain the codex. And so this is, infinity, and this is a thing, probably a word that we need to be aware of, or infinite or something like that. So we're done here. I wonder if tracking up to see a Hawkwind at this point reveals anything. So let's go visit Seal Hawkwind. Oh, actually, you know what? I think it's given the game away. When we see the symbol over here, I thought that it would be a case of we're going to have to go and visit Seal Hawkwind to find this out. But I think that this just indicates between 1749 and ship 50 that we are the Avatar, or we're very far along the way to becoming the Avatar, and we can just move on to the next phase of what we're doing. So the next big thing that I'm going to go do is I'm going to go pick up the Mystics. And the Mystics are, there's one set of Mystics in Serpent's Hold, and there's another set of Mystics elsewhere. I just want to go collect those because they're very much on the way. Let me just ensure that I'm remembering correctly. Yes, okay. So we need to go to the Serpent's Hold. And to do that, we just need to be here. I should probably kill this guy. So I don't know. We should probably stop off at Mistress Robert, or whatever her name is, and ask her about the Mystics. Actually, let's just do this properly. Mystics. Yeah, they're both in pause. Mystics can be found by an 8-part avatar, has now attained enlightenment in all 8 virtues. So then she says, alas. So we actually need to go and visit Sir Simon and Lady Tessa. They're both in pause. So let's go do that. Right? We'll do this properly. Because that way we do get all the information and we can work with that information and move forward. We kind of know, because I'm being Mr. McCheaty face a little bit and looking at a guide, but we do want to get the information straight from the person who's supposed to dole it out to us. So, I mean, it's not like it's an onerous journey to get to pause and then to get back. Pause just very much along the way. Okay, so I want to say that they're over here. This is a wise lord name. This is Sir Simon. So Sir Simon, if we ask about mystics, he will say, mystics can be found by an 8-parts avatar. Hast thou attained enlightenment in all 8 virtues? We have, yes. The mystic armor lies in the center of the oak grove. So now he's telling us where to find it. That's actually very helpful. Mystics. The oak grove, I want to say, is in you. Let me just ensure that I'm correct. Oh, it's Empath Abbey, sorry. Mystics. Okay. Okay. So now we need to talk to Lady Tess. And Lady Tess, I think, is here? Fine. Yes. Mystics? Yes. The mystic weapons lie in the training room of Serpent Castle. Serpent Castle, hold, training room, mystics, collect, hold, training room. Okay, cool. So our next journey is we're going to go and collect both of those things. I'm going to get us out of here, we're going to save, and then I'm going to take a 10-minute break. I'll be right back. pardon me for being a little bit late, but I had a phone call and I had to actually take the phone call. So we are here and it is time. And we're just gonna get going. Okay, so oh, I see you there in a chat being evil and linking your bad websites that are going to get everyone fished. Get out of here. Okay, you're a robot that is also a scam. One thing I should probably set my own robot up to do is I should set it up so that I can actually hear these all the time. The only reason I'm hearing them at the moment is because they're very young accounts, and so my robot's going, oh god, you can't be talking in here, you're not supposed to be here. And so we're having that whole issue. So it's Serpent's Hold and the Grove in Empath Abbey. It's a little bit easier to get to Empath Abbey from where we are. I mean, they're both much of a muchness because they're all like on the sea and far away. And really technically, if we want to get like finicky about it, it's probably a little bit more difficult to get to the training room in Serpent's Hole. But with a boat, they're about equally far away. So what we're going to do is I'm just going to get as close to Empath Abbey as I can. And then we're going to go from here to there. Oh, hold on. Problem. Right. This is about a good stopping point for that. It's funny how, and I shouldn't laugh about this because it's going to become a problem at some point. Inaccurate the dragons are. Like, they'll fire at you and it's annoying, but they never actually hit, so it's never been a problem. So if we go... I should actually mop these guys up. Hold on. I should mop them up because it means that there's less folks in memory, and having them in memory is a bit of a problem. Come back this way. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, you know, that wasn't very smart. Empath Abbey should be up. Oh, wait, hold on. Did I do it up again? I went up to the left-hand side. Yeah, okay. I missed Empath Abbey by a little bit because it's actually not here. It is here. Ready, and... because Lord knows. Oh, of course. Naturally, he poisoned me. I was hoping not to kill him, and then I killed him, and here we are. So in the Grove, and the Grove is just, we have to go all the way around here, and then out here. I have to use one of my precious keys. In the Grove, I guess they talked about the center. You find the mystic armor. Okay, so now we're going to wear the mystic armor. Okay, so we get a mystic robe. I don't know if the mystic weapons can be thrown, because if they can't, right, which cannot use them for throwing things, then there's no point in having them. I have to remember where I put the boat. The boat is at pause. No, that's a lie. The boat is near Castle Britannia. Okay, so let's head over to Castle Britannia. Which, actually, hold on. Should be south of here? I'm a little confused. Oh my god. Nearly left the screen. Yes, it is down here. It's so much easier finding your way back from Serpent's Hole. Where did I put the boat? Oh god. I'm pretty sure I just parked it somewhere here. Oh, maybe, you know what happened? It is almost a certainty that the boat blipped out of existence because there are too many things in memory. I'm gonna go check at pause before we give up on this specific boat. You know, man, I should really have just gone down to Serpent's Hold first. Because now, if we don't find a boat, we have to fish for a new boat. Where is pause? Oh, I think pause is further this way. Ah, we lost a boat. I'm gonna travel the right-hand side of the map very quickly and just see if I can find a boat. I'm pretty sure that I didn't leave it behind. I mean, I think we put it at Castle Britannia, so if it's gone, then it's just the garbage collection cleaning up after itself. Because that is what the garbage collection do. But it is mildly frustrating. Oh lordy, what is this guy? He's a phantom. We don't see a lot of those. Yeah, I thought I parked it over here somewhere. I guess I didn't. We need to get us a boat. Very frustrating. I don't know where the best place will be to hang out to find a boat, though. Like, there's no good way to find a boat in this game. They clean it up in Ultima 5. They make it so that you can start just buying boats. You need like a staggering amount of money. But as we've learned in these games, money isn't really... Once you get past a certain point, money isn't really a problem anymore. Okay, we need to pick a point. We just need to wait for a boat to arrive, I guess. The best point for a boat to arrive might be like on out. So I thought at a point in the distant past. Oh, this guy's gonna get away. That I'd parked a boat very near, not here. I thought I'd parked a boat near Monarch, actually. Uh-oh. This is probably a dead end. Check it out. Oh, it's not. I'm very surprised. Wow. Come this way. I think we'll know when we've lost avatarhood because the symbol will go away. Oh, this is kind of awkward. It's funny how in these games, for a long time, dragons won't be a problem, and then suddenly they'll become a problem. Like, you can even see it in the gold box games. Like, there comes a point, especially in the Dragonlance parts of that series, where they just dump dragons on you, no problem. And they're winnable fights because none of the dragons have like super high HP. You just gotta be careful in those specific games because what ends up happening is the game's not content with just giving you like 1 or 2 dragons. It will want to give you 1,000,000 dragons, and then one of the related issues, yeah, like here's probably the best place to wait for a boat. It will want to give you like 1,000,000 dragons, and then the related issue with that is also, this is not a boat, is that what they will try and do is the dragons will generally get initiative, so they'll go first. And then they'll just do one after the other. There'll be like 8 or whatever dragons on screen. And instead of the fight being difficult, the fight is just RNG. So they'll dump like lightning onto the screen and fire onto the screen, and Lord knows. If you're in the way of any of those things, especially in the AD&D Gold Box games where lightning bounces and you get hit by like consecutive bolts of lightning, because you've also got to understand it in those games, you don't end up having a lot of HP. Like if you top out at 200, that's a lot. And so multiple bolts of lightning will just kill you, right? You won't even get a chance to respond. So they do throw those dragons at you in these early games, and some of the time it's fine, but then some of the time they use them as a game-ending ridiculous fight, where the only reason you don't beat the fight is because you don't get the first turn. It's very rock, paper, scissors like that. So we're just gonna park out here and wait for a boat, because, like, I guess we could walk around the continent and see if I stashed a boat somewhere, but I'm not sure it's worth it. There we go, boat. Okay, so, let's just go east. You know, actually what we should do is go west. It doesn't matter. I don't think it matters. In a long sort of strand of nonsense that could happen here, it's probably not material which way we go. Oh my god, please just die. Thank you. Like, you would think that the cannons would do an expert job of blowing these guys up, but no. It's just the slowest, most tedious way to win the fights. Oh, hi. I'll start hitting this guy. So... if we just travel around the outskirts here... and I'm going to take us to Abyss Island because it's almost the fastest way to get where we're going. Because Abyss Island will put us directly in line with the spot that we're aiming for. Oh, hi. You know what? Hang on. having a little bit of extra hull doesn't actually help. I'm gonna blow this boat up. And this is why I end up in trouble, because I keep blowing up the boats. Oh god, hold on. Because I'm like, nah, this boat will never be useful. Why should I even keep it around? And then I blow it up. But the reason why I'm doing that is because I'm trying to declutter the memory. Because if we keep too many things in memory, we're going to have a problem at some point where we need to spawn like an actual live boat. That boat was a problem because it was moored in the middle of nowhere. If it was a boat that was connected to the mainland, there might be a little bit more point in trying to keep it around. But since it's just like floating in the midst of the sea, and since it's so difficult to get there, without like having the blink spell, which we don't have because I haven't been farming Mandrake Root or Nightshade. And because we don't have those two things, it's very difficult to hop islands without like, you know, sacrificing a great deal of forward momentum. Oh yes, see there's some of our boats. Oh god, hang on. I'm gonna leave that boat there. Like, again, I should really be killing these boats off, but like, there's no point in worrying about that. These boats, I think, are all coming from below. These are boats that made it out of that little hollow and are floating around now. Oh god. Let's not actually go into the hollow. Let's just get as far down as we can go. Yeah, let's just avoid this whole area here. I want to get to the southern tip of Abyss Island, which I think is close to here. I'm going to consult the map in a minute. No, I don't have to, because I was under the impression that I'd have to go further south, but I'd also miss this point here, but we're not going to do that now because this is the point. There we go, okay. Let's go there. Let's just actually check if this is in the line. Oh yeah, 100%, sure. Fighting Ultima 4's end boss, the wind. You know, I'm never gonna miss this. Never ever. There's parts of this game that I'm going to miss. I'm gonna miss the maybe first 40 hours of it, which was tranquil and gentle and I really liked. Because we were constantly making very good forward progress. But there are parts of us that, like, oh my god, I never want back in my life again. Here, this should be the island that has the rest of our mystics. Where's a spot where I can just get off of the island? Hold on. I think this is good. Oh my god, bridge tolls. Why? I don't want these in my life. Oh. I should not be on that bridge. Let's sleep. See, money isn't a problem. We've just been hoovering up money as we've been going, and so we're never going to have a problem with buying things. I want to heal. I should actually check where we are. Yeah, we gotta go and get more reagents. Okay. Let's enter. And then, as we learned, there's a training hall here. And I want to say that the center is there. You find the mystic weapons. Now, I'm going to actually, like, put the mystic weapons on. And I'm going to attempt to get us into, like, a rudimentary crude fight. And we'll see if... I don't know if there's anything on this island. Oh, man. We'll see if the... There we go. We'll see if the mystics are long... They're not long range. Okay, well... they're immediately worse. Okay, so let's get our boat, which is over here, and let's figure out what we're doing next. So on the big list of things, let's knock the mystics off because we're done with them. On the big list of things that we need to like contend with. We need to go back and speak to X actually in Jalam. We're very close to that, so I'm just gonna do this, in fact, because he has a message for us that we need to go and collect. And since we're here, we may as well just finish that off. Because at this point, the thing that I want to do is I want to, like, there's a bunch of people who have information whenever we have a stone, and I want to go and talk to all of those people, because I wonder if we're on the right line. We may be a little too low, actually. So what I want to do, I want to put us in the middle of this island here. So like, just above, oh god, get me away from there. Just above here, because if we're here and we go left, I'll have to come down a bit. We will line ourselves up almost perfectly with Jalam. So like about, god, get away from me. Yeah, for your time and trouble, I'll blow you away. Seems good. So this should line us up more or less exactly with Jalam. One thing I'm starting to neglect to do, because we're so close to the end of the game, and I don't want this game to be over, but I want it to be over, is that I'm starting to neglect to keep good notes in all the parts of the spreadsheet. So literally, very often, I'm just writing into the connections end part of the spreadsheet, and then not propagating that to the rest of our nodes, which is super bad. Anyway, so in Jalam, there's this X guy, and he should be here. Name? Oh, so am I sure he's in? He is an X. Okay, well, that's just the wrong guy. Name? Bye. This is Surathan, Sir. Here, this is, there we go. Name? He's IMX. So if we talk to him about red, he said red is for Valor. Oh, virtue of the Avatar. Are not an Avatar? We are now, yes. Oh, that was lost in 8. Wow, you're interested. Oh, we're not an Avatar? I thought we were. Hold on. What's the process for becoming an Avatar? I honest to God thought that we were an Avatar. Enlightenment and all the 8 virtues. There we go. We had that. Did we lose any virtues? Really? Okay, well, hold on. Let's just look up X, because this is dumb. Like, it really is. Uh, I was pretty sure that, so we need to go to Geelong in the transcript. Geelong. Oh, okay. His response is just wow. And then we lose an 8th. Okay. So this ended up not mattering. I'm just going to close this off because I assumed that when we said red is for valor, a virtue of the avatar, art thou an avatar, we answered no. He says, then thou shalt need the redstone in one altar room to get the third part of a key. And I assumed that what he would do when we said yes is he'd tell us which altar room we needed the redstone for. But no, what he actually does is when we say, I'm just going to copy this, when we say we answered yes, he said well, and we immediately lost an 8. Now, I assume that we lost the 8 because we're not actually the avatar yet. And we were in fact lying. Okay, I'm gonna close this off because this is not a thing that we need to worry about anymore. So, sure. So now there's a bunch of stuff that I want to do with regards to stones. In the altar of courage, use the red, orange, purple, and white stones. Okay, so the altar room of courage, that's a bit tricky because the problem with the altar room of courage is we got told several times over that different things are courage. So if you remember when we entered into, let me show you what I'm looking at because it'll make a little bit more sense. When we entered into the start, oh wait, you know what? The start is the altar. It is courage. I'm an idiot. I think the start is the start or covetous is courage, and I think that there should be multiple entrances and exits to love, but there aren't because there's only 6 dungeons that matter for the Avatar's quest, right? So we got courage, so that's 2 dungeons. We've got truth, and we've got truth twice, and that's why there's only 1 for love. Okay, so we need to either get to the bottom of the start, or we need to get to the bottom of covetous. It's one of the two, and both of those are fairly easy to do, right? So if we just get to the start and then drop all the way down, we should be fine. So what I think that it makes the most sense to start with is it makes the most sense to start with covetous, because covetous is far out of the way, but it's not too far out of the way from where we are. So okay, let's get out of here. And then we're just gonna drop down this way. The only problem... Oh, we got 26 gems, it'll be fine. We do have to start replenishing our gem supply, but I'm not going to do it quite yet. God. Wow. Just the mere fact that they can do that is so unpleasant. Okay, so if we just carry on going along this particular bit of the continent, we should just end up at Covetous, because Covetous is in a little nook on this map. So, like... Oh, I think I've... hang on. I think I've actually sailed past Covetous. I think Covetous is down here and to the left. So I'm going to try and stay away from this bit. Hold on. Where am I? Is this... Oh, I'm a little bit... I'm in the wrong spot. I was doing the right thing all along by being here, and I just lost sight of what was going on the map. Here we go. This is Covetous. Okay, let's exit, let's go here, and then let's cast light. You know, I don't need to do that. Let's mix. We need a couple more Z downs. Hold on. Spells. Spider Silk and Blood Moss. Z down. Spider Silk. And Blood Moss. So it's CD. I'm gonna make an exit right now while we're here. So, exit. A sulphurous ash. Spider Silk. And Blood Moss. Okay. We don't need to do that anymore. We need to cast Z down. Okay, we can't anymore. Sure. Where is a stair downward? Which way am I facing? I'm facing north, so we need to be south. And then we can will this take me down? No, it will fail. We're facing east. Where's... Isn't... Oh no, the stairs downward. Okay, so we're facing east, so we need to be facing north. So here, and then if we just run... Okay, so now we need to be a little careful, because it's 1, 2, right, 1... Right, this is the room where we need the... Because we need both switches. We need the one in the left room and the one in the right room. Okay. So cast. I don't have the... Mix. I need to dispel. So sulphurous ash. dispel sulphurous ash, garlic and black pearl. And then we want to do dispel, so sulphurous ash, garlic, black pearl. Okay. So we want to be facing east, because we came out west. And then if we go descend, I think okay, so now we're on level 8. Where's the altar room? I think the altar room on level 8. This is covetous. The altar room is below us. I think that the altar room is below us. Yes, okay. So the altar room, we are facing east. We need to be facing south. And this should be the altar room. I'm gonna nap. Oh, are you serious? Okay, well, I need to ready my hands. Did this guy not die? He didn't die. Oh, I killed him. So annoying. Okay, get out of here. Let's try and nap again. Maybe it will work out this time. It did. Okay. So because the only reason I'm not saving instantly is because there are 2 dungeons tagged with there are 2 dungeons tagged with courage. One of them is covetous, the other is discard. Because I don't know if this is the right love dungeon, I'm going to bail out of here the second that we can't use the stones in the right order. So I'm not saving. If we die, it's just too bad. The altar room of courage. So that is correct. Lost Wolf's hands. Hands is fine. These guys need to die. Actually, they need to hit me first. Oh man. Okay, are these guys? No, they're not. I need to get out of there. Okay. Man, it's so difficult. Actually, since this guy is real close, let's just use the mystics. Okay, so now we want to test whether or not this is correct. Because if it's not correct, we're just going to do it in the start. In Ultima Courage, use this red, orange, purple, and white stones. Use. Oh, you know what? I probably need to be on top of that. Oh, okay. I need it. Me. Okay. So, yeah, I probably need to be here. So, let's ready our wand. We want to use red. Not a usable item. Use red stone. Not a usable item. Really? Do I need to be here? Use red stone. Huh. Maybe... How do I use the red stone? Stand next to altar and use the stone. Altar that you need to be at the right altars. The 3 altars are truth, love, and courage, not the same altars as the altars of the virtues. Okay, so I think that the reason it failed is because this is not the dungeon. So I think that what we're going to try and do is we're going to try and actually go to the start. And we're going to try it there. So let's... So what does it say about the start? Oh, it doesn't say anything about the start. Wait a second. Okay. It says under the start entry for Ultima 4 and Ultima Codex that it is the Ultima Courage and it links to Haslos, Shame, and Covetous. And if we look at the same list of information... Oh no, it also says Altar of Courage. Oh, okay. Hold on. What does that mean? I think that I'm correct, and I think that we need to test. But this actually tells us a lot about the map, the little circle that we're supposed to be trying to draw. Because if this is not the Altar of Courage, like not actually the actual Altar of Courage, then it means that this particular dungeon has nothing to do with a principle, it has to do with a virtue. And I think that's what this information is signaling. Let's get out of here. I think that's what we're learning from this piece of information. So let's go to the start. Okay, we know how to get to the start. The start's not really a huge deal. To get to the start, we just need to go back to... Where do I park this boat? I think we park it near Monarch. I think that makes a limited amount of sense. Where's Monarch? Monarch is... I just want to make sure that I know where Monarch is. Because I don't want to abandon this boat. Have I already abandoned the boat? No, I have not. Thank God. Okay, wait a second. I'm gonna park it near Monarch, which is here. In fact. Wait a second. Where am I? Surely... Oh, okay, here we go. There's the entrance. Okay. Cool. We're gonna have to take a tiny amount of pain yet. Ow. But Monarch should be... Yeah, okay. Monarch is... Is there a better place to park this boat? There actually 100% isn't. There isn't a spot where we can be close to Monarch and also... Yeah, okay, this is about as close as we're gonna get, sure. So let's go down to the start. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna park the boat there. I don't think there's gonna be enough time in a session to actually dip into the start. Like, it's gonna take too long to get to the bottom of the start and then come back up. But I'm gonna get us at least, well, I'm gonna get a... I say that. I'm gonna try and get us close to the entrance of the start. I don't even know if there's enough time in the stream to do that. Especially not when everything in the world is trying to fight me. Could we not, game? I know you're not unlimited time, but I kind of am. What are we doing here? Oh my god, there's so many of them. And it's not even like they're difficult fights at this point, they're just a nuisance. And we have to fight every single one of them, because not fighting them means that we lose aids. Ew. Okay, so let me just consult the map very quickly and make sure that I know where I'm going. The start is all the way downward, yeah, okay. Ooh, you know what? I'm gonna take us... We should have just gotten into the boat and we should have just gone to Castle Britannia. We really just should have done that, because this whole thing is far away. And I don't know if we're gonna make it in time. Okay, so here's what we'll do. New revised plan. We will get to Castle Britannia and then we'll call the stream. Because Castle Britannia is just around the corner. Oh my god. Don't. I know you're thinking about it. You don't have to do it. It doesn't have to end that way. I'm poisoned. Cool. Because we go around this big old area here. And then we go down. We go through these spots here. We should, by all accounts and rights and things. Oh no. Here are my hands. I'll try not to kill you. Okay, get out of here. No, just get out. Go away. We don't need to fight one another. You don't have to do this to yourself. Oh my god. It's freaking out and it wants to get out of the screen, but it doesn't know where. Okay, I think now I'll leave. No? No. That makes me so angry. Okay, so this is a good spot. We're gonna sleep. I'm gonna save after we sleep. I should make myself a sticky note to remind myself of where the boat is, because I know I'm just 100% going to forget. And tomorrow we'll be like, where is the boat? God knows. Okay, so what we started doing here is we're starting to knock out things like this where we can just do them because we have the information. And that's my plan going forward for the next little while. I just want to get things that we know how to do and sort them out, right? But the other thing that we got done today is we got all of the shrine clues now done. And we got the mystics. Great. I don't know, and I don't think this is the case. I don't know if every member of the party needs to have mystics or if they can, right? It may be that when we inherit people that come into the quest with us, we need to actually, because I think that you can ordain a leader of the party, because I think that there's a leader order. Let's have a look. Oh, maybe not. No, there we go, reorder. There, new order, reshuffle party. So maybe that what has to happen is we have to set the order of the group such that the person that we recruit is up front. That's going to be very difficult because they're going to come to us with 100 HP. But we have to have them up front. It might just be that we have to get them to go to Auckland as well, and they also need to be on the quest for the avatar, which, don't get me wrong, is going to be super tedious if that's the case. But if it's not the case, cool, awesome. We'll just get them decked out with the best armor and weapons we can buy for them, and we'll also get them up to level 8. That's going to be a bit of a slow process because, like I said, they are going to be very weak when we get them. And the almost best thing that we can do is beeline it to a store and get the best weapon that we can for them, because that will help a little bit. But there'll be, until we get like a couple of people, like maybe the fighter and another mage, there are gonna be teething problems. I'm warning you in advance. I'm hoping that the other characters don't have to also be avatars, because that's gonna suck. Okay. Nothing happened on the map, so I'm not going to show that off, but suffice it to say that we're making progress, slowly but surely. I will see you tomorrow, same time, same place. We'll do more Ultima 4. As I say, we're approaching the end game. It's still going to be a long end game. Like, this game is primed to be long everything. Like, the mid game is probably the scariest part. And now that I think about it, really, the upswing to getting to where we were at a point where we were self-sufficient was about 10 hours. So even that was pretty long. So the end game doesn't promise to be like a short end game or anything, but we'll get there. And then I will probably take a day's worth of a break just so that I can recalibrate, and then we'll come back and we'll start playing Dungeons and Dragons. But that's in the future and we won't worry about it right now. For right now, all I want to do is say thank you for being here today. I appreciate it so much. We got a lot done today and it was pretty cool. Tomorrow we'll go into the start. I must not forget where the boat is, and I must not forget that we're going into the start. And we'll just clear out the start super quickly, get to the bottom, see what happens when we use the stones there, and maybe start trying to figure out the order for the other ones, because there is an order. I don't think that the stones will be subsumed when we use them, so I think we'll still have them, and so that might create a problem where we're just using stones and lots of 4 to see if we can figure out what's going on. I don't know, we'll work it out, it'll be fine. Anyway, as I say, good night for now, have a wonderful evening, I'll see you all soon.